Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Rich Fernandez from the Los and Rich podcast, and I just want to say what's up. It's a Monday. Just got out of this crazy 8 to 5 gig today. Just got home. Just wanted to give a little shout out to Herm Wilson, Uncle Herm, who was a guest on this last podcast episode 5, where we talked about special education. And Herm, this is the second time Herm's been on with us, and Los and I really appreciate you, Herm, coming out and hanging with us and talking and giving us your perspective and your wisdom, especially this last episode on special education. Episode 5 is out there on the interwebs, so you can go out there and view it and actually listen to it. I'm sorry. We're on all the major podcast platforms. We're on Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes. We're also on Facebook. You can hit us up on our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Los and Rich podcast. And you can email us for our Q&A section, or if you have any comments or you just want to have a shout out to Los and I, you can hit us up at our email address at the Los and Rich podcast@gmail.com. That's all spelled out, the Los and Rich podcast@gmail.com. And I wanted to hit one thing real quick that I really didn't touch on in this last episode on special education. I talked about fathers, and I talked about how fathers need to be a part of the entire process and not run away and actually take ownership and be a father to their child that has special needs. You know, all too often I hear about, especially from mothers who my wife speaks to, that the father's out of the picture. Either the father isn't actively involved in the upbringing and the education of the special needs child, like we talked about with Herm this past episode, or they're just completely checked out, or they just leave. We hear a lot about that, where fathers just check out. Look, fathers, I'm going to tell you one thing. It's your damn responsibility, and you guys need to step up. Any father that cut and runs on their special needs child and their either wife or their girlfriend or whatever, or their baby's mama, whatever you want to call it, if you cut and run, man, you're gutless. Because, first of all, these kids need you. They need a father in their life. You have the responsibility. You took on that responsibility when you had this child, regardless. Okay? So don't cut and run. Don't give us fathers a bad name. Okay? Men are already under attack by society today and all that. I don't really want to get into that. But fathers, we need to step up and don't check yourself out. Be part of the upbringing. Be part of your child's life. Take the challenge. Take ownership. Okay? We are the providers and protectors for our family. All right? And we're there to guide, nurture, and strengthen our children and our families. So fathers, please don't cut and run. Have some guts. Take the challenge. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. I talk about that in the episode, how you have to deal with these things, how you have to deal with, all of a sudden I have a special needs child. All of a sudden I have a handicapped child. All those dreams and wants that you had before, and you thought about your son, you thought about your daughter, all that stuff that you wanted to have, the proms, the playing sports, this and that. You got to deal with that. You got to accept it. But that child needs you. And there's a lot of joy and excitement that I've experienced with my son and him being special needs. There's a lot of stuff that I have gained just being an athlete, just being whatever. That's not and having your son or your daughter be that, or beauty queen, whatever. You know what? There's a whole lot more. And there's a whole lot more that's more important. So again, just want to drop that real quick. Check us out. If you haven't checked us out, this is the Los and Rich podcast. Again, we are on Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, and Spotify. Again, our Facebook page, you can hit us up on our Facebook page. It is facebook.com/the Los and Rich podcast. And this is our new YouTube channel. So we're going to be posting videos here and there on specific things. Like maybe we'll talk a little bit about our last episode. Maybe we'll talk about something current events. I'll hit something out there. Los will hit something out there, and you never know. You never know with us. You never know with the Los and Rich podcast. We're gonna come at you. We're gonna come hard. We're gonna come heavy, and it's gonna be tough love, real talk. Okay. So you guys have a good Monday afternoon, Monday evening actually, and I'll hit you on the flip side. Okay. We'll see you later. Hang loose. Peace.